Elsweyr, land of the 𝕮𝖆𝖎𝖆. Here, life should be good, but we suffer 1,000 perils. Beneath the tyrannical rule of the usurper queen, our farms and villages overrun by hordes of undead. And the very land itself set afire by a rage of dragons. Heroes emerge, ready to defend Elsweyr, wielding weapons, spells, and even necromancy, to claim victory at all costs. But through the smoke and flames, hope stirs.
Well, that was pretty cool cinematic. I hope you guys like that. I recently upgraded to the Elsweyr expansion pack. I got the collector's edition. It's on sale for Black Friday for $16.99, I believe, from the original price, which is around $50. So with this, it comes with the new character, which is Necromancer. Master of that Necromancer can call upon corpses to serve as undead trolls and weave ghastly spells to both harm and heal. Using certain necromancer abilities in time as a criminal act, citizen and guard will react accordingly. Okay, so that's pretty cool. But we're gonna still start on the main character. I don't want to start over again. What the hell? Check that out, shall we? Yes, I'm in the middle of a quest here, but I guess I'll have to leave. And I'm also eating a little bit of snack, Pocky. You know Pocky. So apologies, I'm kind of hungry. Now I wonder if I have to start a new character to go there. I highly doubt it. The loading screen will hurry up. Okay. There we go. Upgrade. So you got the dragon bone conversion. Well, this is because I bought the collectors, basically. No, it's not here. Maybe I have to. Oh no, this is what I'm wearing. My bad. I'm sorry. Mementos. Invokes the tablets of archaic lore. They glow. Oh, that is cool. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I don't know what that does, but it's pretty sweet. Oh, that's right. I got a new mount. By the way, this horse sucks. Yes, I know. I named it that. Humongous. What is that? Did I name that? I don't think I named that. That's funny. I do have these. I'm not really a fan of hats, I guess, but I guess these are pretty cool. Emotes. Cat contemplation. Oh, that's cool. Alright. Let's see what the. Whoa! Ho, ho, ho. There is a scary looking cat. How do I visit the. No, this one. How do I visit Elsweyr? Rogard, Stormhaven, Penumbra.
Why am I cursed with such a task?
Oh, here we go. Northern Elsweyr. Okay. So I guess we start here. Alright. Oh. There's a quest here.
A moment, please.
Whoa. What the hell is this?
𝕻𝖆𝖓 has been confined in Rimmen for far too long. He needs open fields to stretch and run.
What the hell is that? A talking...
Instead, he is forced to walk crowded city streets.
Talking, what would you call that? A liger? It's a mix of leopard with lion. He has a lion mane. Alright, let's see what this guy was talking about.
Excuse me. If I may be so bold, you match the description I was given? I have a message for you, if you're willing to accept it.
A message for me?
More like a summons, really. Comes from 𝕻𝖓𝖓𝖎, who once advised Emperor Varen of Cyrodiil. He wants to see you in Riverhold in northern Elsweyr. Said it involves the 𝕻𝖎𝖓 Defense Force and a rage of dragons, if you can believe it.
Cool. And I'm a 𝕻𝖎𝖓 too, so I guess this may be a big bonus for me, or maybe a downside, because of the tyranny that we watch in that cutscene. Okay, a rage of dragons. Man, I cannot get over this beastly of a... Holy crap. Those arms, man. Where do I go? Okay, so I gotta go there. Whoa! Whoa, you hear that? Even the growl is scary. Whoa, dude! It's another... whatever this is. Alright. Travel along our way. There's a dead guy in the middle of the road, but I keep traveling on. In this vast wasteland, where dragons roam about, where the sky's dark and cloudy. Oh, we keep our heads up. We travel road. Dude, this place, it's like ghastly, man. Give me a second. Oh, there's another player. What is he doing? Oh, there's even side quests in here? Say what? Well, I'm not gonna do any side quests. We'll do that later. Now, let's follow through as we travel down the road with me eating my Pocky. Cause they're so good. It's almost run out and I need to get some more. Why are these things so good? I don't even know. There's even bosses too. I mean, with dragons roaming about, there sure is a beautiful view. Whoa. Oh, that's a boss. There is the boss. Run, 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 run. I do not wanna like that. Whoa, even the jump is long. This thing is feels like it's a lot faster than here map. But how do I enter when the I don't know how am I supposed to enter? But we'll get this teleport. Wow, even the teleport looks cool. I mean, waste shrine is what they call it. I guess we'll keep going. Very muddy river. Cart here. Hall. Whoa, even the interior looks a lot cleaner and much nicer looking. I'm digging it, man. I'm digging it. Well, I do need some food for later. What the? That is pretty cool. Let me take some of these food over here while we're here. It's free, why not? Okay. Alright, we good. Let's go ahead, talk to this. Ooh, there's a lot of books first. Grab the books. Because, of course, you know, your boy had to get some of that extra XP. Alright, let's talk to this
You
guy.
must be here about my summons. Good, good. I was just telling Lord 𝕮𝖆𝖓 and 𝕻𝖆𝖓 that someone would answer my call. Since you're here, I presume you will wholeheartedly agree to help us save Elsweyr from a rage of dragons?
Wholeheartedly, quote unquote.
So much better than flock or herd, don't you think? The 𝕮𝖍𝖎 Defense Force isn't prepared to deal with a threat as big as dragons.
Who
Especially
doesn't?
since they were fighting to liberate Rimmen when the huge beasts arrived. Stay focused. We'll deal with that later. Right now, we must assist the Defense Force. Rendezvous with us at their command post. On your way, however, I have another task for you. I detected a series of power surges that I want you to investigate.
Power surge?
I was formulating a spell to track the dragons when I noticed several surges of arcane energy not far from here. They reminded me of an old acquaintance. Has a way with portals. If it is him, I want you to secure his help against the dragons. Hard to say with certainty, but I don't believe so. They remind me of Sir Cadwell, who somehow opens portals with a power of similar intensity. Check the locations I marked on your map before you make your way to the defense camp. Lord 𝕮𝖆𝖓 is the Speaker of the Main and the commander of the Northern Elsweyr Defense Force. His aide, 𝕻𝖆𝖓, serves as both a diplomat and a spy, though she would never call herself that. If you want to know more, feel free to ask them. My half-sister, 𝕮𝖓𝖒𝖎, conquered Rimmen and other parts of northern Elsweyr about 6 years ago. The 𝕮𝖍𝖎 Defense Force has slowly been taking back their province, but Rimmen is well fortified. And now, because of the dragons, things are worse.
Well, yeah, of course they're gonna want their land back.
A militia drawn from the prides of northern Elsweyr. 𝕮𝖆𝖓, the Speaker of the Main, has taken command during this crisis. With Dominion troops busy fighting the Three Banners War, the Defense Force must deal with the 𝕮𝖓𝖒ans and the dragons. Never heard of Cadwell? Don't tell him that. Cadwell may be the oldest soul shriven in Cold Harbor.
Wait,
For all his
Cadwell, I
eccentricities,
remember.
He's certainly the most sane. Fancies himself a knight of old. If you find him, secure his help against the dragons.
I remember the
What
guy.
do they teach young people these days? You've never heard of the great 𝕻𝖓𝖓𝖆, advisor to emperors and battle mage supreme? No? Well, take my word for it. I'm a very important person.
Alright.
You should.
I gotta talk to this guy. Whoa, this guy has such a cool outfit.
Another outsider comes to Elsweyr, as if we did not have enough problems between 𝕻𝖓𝖓𝖆 and the dragons. Ah, do not mind me. Great beasts rampaging through my homeland tends to put me in a foul mood.
Who doesn't?
I am Camira. I assist the Speaker of the Main and serve as his agent. With both the usurper queen and the dragons ravaging northern Elsweyr, there is much for me to do. Too much, I fear. But I will persevere. What can I tell you that you cannot guess? That these fearsome creatures of legend have returned to threaten Elsweyr? That much is obvious. Damn it. This is all 𝕻𝖓𝖓𝖆n's fault. Dark moons, take him! That arrogant Imperial! For an advisor to emperors and a renowned battle mage, he demonstrates a disturbing lack of caution. It was 𝕻𝖓𝖓𝖆 who entered the halls of Colossus and released the dragons. He says that was not his intention, but... what do my beliefs matter? Dragons have come to Elsweyr, destroying everything I hold dear. As the moon singers say, the path to oblivion is paved in good intentions. So, damn 𝕻𝖓𝖓𝖆. Damn him for unleashing this terror upon us.
You're responding to 𝕻𝖓𝖓𝖆's letter, one of the promising adventurers. I hope you can help us. But where are my manners? Welcome to Riverhold and the province of northern Elsweyr, also known as 𝕻𝖓𝖓𝖎. I am the Speaker of the Main.
This guy looks pretty cool. Love his armor.
A position in which I've served faithfully for many years. I represent our spiritual leader, the Main. In addition, I command the Northern Elsweyr Defense Force during this time of trouble. We're dealing with more than just dragons, unfortunately. A few years ago, 𝕻𝖓𝖓𝖆's half-sister 𝕻𝖆𝖒𝖎 conquered Rimmen and parts of northern Elsweyr. We recently liberated Riverhold and were about to do the same for Rimmen when the dragons appeared. It's almost as if they came to her aid.
Well, they're doing it on purpose.
Do what 𝕻𝖓𝖓𝖆 asked. Just as he once served as advisor to emperors, he has agreed to help me formulate strategies and tactics for use against the dragons. It is the least he can do, since he had a hand in setting the horrid beasts loose.
Alright. Whoa. Badass. Where do I go? Out. There we go. Squad Commander Pantheons. Here's the most certain energy. Ultimately discover your squad. And investigate the location. The order. Quickly, Her Majesty wants them alive. Oh, any bystanders, okay. Guy's doing what? He's level 3! Ooh. Yeah. Okay. What's going on? But
No, Azazel. Never touch a 𝕮𝖎𝖎 monster, especially a dead one.
Don't be such a nervous netch. The dead can't hurt us. But where do you think it came from?
It stinks of Cold Harbor. Perhaps one of the usurper queen's lackeys summoned it, yes?
what the?
What a stench. That's the stink of Cold Harbor, Walker. How such a fearsome and dangerous creature ended up dead beneath our favorite rocky outcropping, this one does not wish to speculate.
Cat talking. That's funny.
Don't touch the dead thing, 𝕮𝖎𝖎 tells me. Like I don't know how to handle a 𝕮𝖎𝖎 corpse. I wonder what killed it, though. Maybe it ran afoul of a dragon.
Gotta be, those things are strong, man.
I saw you, traveler. Why do all outsiders insist on acting suspiciously?
Bro, I'm a kid.
I watched you go from location to location, just like the man with the pot on his head. Are you one of the soldiers intent on digging up every plot of land? Or are you simply a deviant who enjoys skulking and slinking through the wilderness?
Man with pot.
Do not play innocent with me, stranger. You must be working with that pale, gaunt fool with the ridiculous mustache. Else would you be visiting the same places that he did, unless... Are you an agent of the usurper queen? 𝕮𝖎𝖓𝖒𝖎, the hated Imperial who conquered Rimmen and falsely claimed to be its queen. Do not feign ignorance, outsider. I had just about enough of that when I talked to the man with the pot on his head. You sound as confused as he was. Kept talking to his pet lizard bird like he expected it to answer. The last I saw, he headed east. I suppose you'll find him in that direction, and south of Riverhold. Just stop skulking around.
Huh. Cat, lizard, bird, a wyvern. The pot on it. That description is so funny. There he is.
Uncanny. It looks just like the lovely place
Oh,
I
it's
dreamed
Cadwell.
about. Must be why my portals led me here. Eventually.
I remember him from the beta. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It's a crazy Cadwell. How are you, buddy? How are you?
Hello. Have you come to pay your respects to this poor fellow too? It was the strangest thing. I was looking at this very gravestone in a dream. So here I came, and there it is, all solid and everything.
I think that's your gravestone, Cadwell.
Important? I have no idea. I suppose it must be. I saw it in a dream after all. Or was it a vision? I get those two confused. Anyway, I felt a sort of pull and stepped through a door, and then pish-posh, honors a 𝕮𝖎𝖎𝖔𝖚, and here I am. Tharn, you say, the grumpy battle mage. How is the old boy? The surges were probably just me. My portal took a few tries before we honed in on this exact location. Now, why don't you take a look at the gravestone and see what you make of it?
Of course it's you, Cadwell. You a weirdo. But you're my best weirdo.
Well, it took a few tries to find the exact spot I saw in my dream. A number of frightfully rude lads and lasses occupied the first location I visited, demanded my surrender, if you can imagine such a thing. Naturally, I gave them the old heave-ho. Foul smelling, I'll have you know, that was my lunch. Can't believe I lost it. And if by 𝕮𝖎𝖎𝖔𝖚 you mean my faithful steed, Honor, well, he's always getting into my foodstuffs. Has the appetite of a mammoth and the cunning of a fox, that one. Dispatch? Why would I do such a terrible thing? I adore those adorable pudge buckets. Alas, Grook was standing a little too close when I opened my portal. Poor thing fell in and took a nasty spill. When the neck bone snaps, it makes an awful sound.
I don't want to hear that. Here lies the head of the betrayer, whose name has been stricken from us. The piece of his dismembered body remain hidden. 𝕻𝖎𝖓 is the betrayer?
Were the words the same for you? Sometimes written language likes to confuse me. Words change and switch places. Very annoying. Anyway, the gravestone mentions the betrayer. Sounds like a dastardly chap. Wonder if I ever met him. Didn't we go over this? I'm a chivalrous knight. Oh, you mean the pale and dashing complexion? Well, I'm a soul shriven, a denizen of lovely Cold Harbor. I'm the oldest of my kind and a sort of role model, at least for those who haven't gone feral.
I remember.
It's called a helmet, I'll have you know. Proper headgear for a daring knight, not at all as pedestrian as the foppery you're adorned with. Sorry, old chap, your attire is perfectly adequate. Suits you to a tittle, really does. I love this guy. The slightest idea. The words inscribed upon it conjure up all kinds of questions, though. Who is this betrayer? Whom did he betray? Why did they bury only his head? And where did they put the rest of the poor fellow? I don't have a clue. Dragons? I haven't battled a dragon since, you know, I can't remember. But I'm certain I fought one or two in my day. I was a gallant knight, after all. Of course I'll help. I'll just need to do a little more digging into this dream thing first.
Okay.
Did you hear that, my trusty shovel? Dragons and mysterious graves. It's just like old times.
That guy. I love that guy. Okay. On to the next one.
Get down. I'll deal with this.
Wait, what? Oh, whoa! Oh, crap! It's an actual dragon. How do I fight that? Oh no, my bow is not. Holy crap! That was scary. Don't mind if I do. This guy.
Oh, now you show up. Left me to deal with a dragon all by myself. It's a good thing I'm Abner Tharn and not, well, some lesser mage. I discouraged it, but not before it laid waste to most of the camp. We arrived to find the outpost being overrun by undead. Then the dragon attacked. I did what I could. I fear it wasn't enough. What about the power surges? Did you learn anything? The betrayer. There's a betrayer mentioned in the legends of 𝕻𝖓𝖆. It seems those stories continue to hound me. No matter. We can deal with that later. Right now, I want to know about Cadwell. Has he agreed to lend us his support? 𝕻𝖓𝖆, hero of the Merethic era. Most of the legends are unbelievable, though the Khajiit moon singers guard the secret history. Their tales led me to the halls of Colossus. But let's save this for a less dangerous time. That doesn't surprise me. Cadwell and Strange go together like hot bread and butter.
Yep.
I need to recover my strength. Driving off that dragon took a lot out of me. Why don't you go help Chimera while I keep watch in case the great beast returns?
That guy is insanely powerful. Oh, my leg! My leg!
Damn us for arriving too late. I did not expect to find our militia under assault by a horde of undead, and then the dragon. Oh, it tangles the 𝕻𝖆𝖎𝖆, it truly. The militia was already depleted from the fight to liberate Riverhold, but we were determined to press on toward Rimmen. Between the undead and the dragon, though, we can barely hold this portion of the outpost. Retreat is not an option. Not yet. Our resistance to 𝕻𝖓𝖎𝖎𝑔𝖞's rule requires more than just soldiers. There are intelligence reports, safe house locations, lists of supporters. Documents we cannot afford to lose. Search the ruined camp and locate the documents, Walker. They are vital to our efforts to free Rimmen from 𝕻𝖓𝖎𝖎𝑔𝖞's rule. And if her forces acquire them, those who help us will be exposed. Recover the documents from mail sacks in the camp and get them to Captain Nalado. Then meet us to the south.
Okay. Like I maybe see more dragons. Ugh. Jump through here. Oh, nice. Someone in the hole? Oh crap. Oh. Shoot, I'm stuck. Oh, that was close. are no match for me.
If you're so fascinated by the dead, why don't you join them?
Oh, there's so many. So many mobs.
This one doesn't know you, but at least you aren't a walking corpse. This one must ask, why are you here? Right, moons! This one thought these were lost forever. You saved many lives at great risk to your own walker. You have Nalado's respect. This one will guard these documents with her life. That was one of 𝕮𝖆𝖎𝖎𝖔, the usurper queen's pet necromancer. His undead devastated our troops, so this one took pleasure in ending his existence. Now, Nalado must return to Riverhold and consult with 𝕮𝖆𝖎𝖕. We must find a way to go on. 𝕮𝖆𝖓𝖎𝖎's chief necromancer, 𝕮𝖆𝖓𝖉𝖆, has been with her for some time, but our intelligence suggests his followers have only recently rallied to her side. Find 𝕮𝖓𝖓𝖚 and Carmira. Tell them to meet us in Riverhold.
I've spotted dragons circling in the distance from time to time, but it doesn't look like the winged monster that attacked the camp will return today. Was your hunt successful? Did you recover the documents that Carmira sought?
Yep.
I must join them there. The Khajiiti forces have been decimated by this attack. It will take every strategy I can devise to help 𝕮𝖆𝖓𝖉 prevent the collapse of his militia. The appearance of so many undead, though, that concerns me.
Oh, his followers to Elsweyr. Dang.
Yes, I read the reports. 𝕮𝖆𝖓𝖉𝖆 and his necromancers working for my despicable half-sister. Such magic leaves behind a miasma of stench and decay. It leads to the mountains to the west, but I can't pinpoint an exact location. Good idea. Dragons are bad enough, but undead tend to go on without end. Better to deal with them now, before 𝕮𝖃𝖓𝖎's power becomes more than we can contain. In such a direct manner? Yes, as far as we know. It could have been coincidence, but the attack felt designed to hit us when it would do the most damage. I wanted to send Carmira with you to find the source, but I have no idea where she's gone. Find the source of this army of undead, and if you see Carmira, send her back to Riverhold. She's as reckless as she is capable, which is a dangerous combination. I'll make my way back as well. After all, 𝕮𝖆𝖓𝖉 would be lost without me. In case you haven't noticed, we two don't always see eye to eye. She can be impetuous and obstinate, truth be told. Carmira gathered a handful of soldiers and took off to the west. If you run into her, send her back to Riverhold.
Okay.
What is it?
I did not expect to see you in this desolate place, Walker. Did Captain Nalado send you? Or have you come to join us as we hunt the dragon that killed so many of our warriors? Then our missions coincide. We can work together to destroy the undead and slay the dragon. It will be glorious. When we finish with the hunting and the slaying, we can report our success to Lord 𝕻𝖎𝖕𝖆. I do not take orders from that old battle mage. Besides, the blood of 𝕮𝖎𝖕𝖎 warriors cries for vengeance. To disregard that cry, that is not a shame I can bear. No, I must do this. I must strike back and show my people that hope survives. The worthy life is full of risk, Walker. I assumed you knew that, given what you do. I will tell you a secret, though. Before my parents died, they gave me a pendant. As long as I wear it, 𝕍𝖫 watches over me and provides his protection. To 𝕍𝖫, yes, but also to my family and heritage. I suppose you could call it an heirloom. It helps me in my role as agent for Lord 𝕻𝖎𝖕𝖆, and that is all I will say about it. Now, let us go inside and find the necromancer and the dragon.
There's a dragon inside. Okay. Do this.
这个放上面，要是从下面加花的话，就要从下面这样拿，要把它拿成一个螺旋的形状。你得把你手握的地方不能有叶子。
我就有叶子，怎么了？
不能有叶子，到时候绑会松，知道吗？绑。
With me, stay close. We will hunt these necromancers down and end this dragon.
Okay. Let's do this.
The path splits here. We will go right. Walker, you stay left. Moons guide us.
Oh, what? That's cheating. There's like a bunch of undead.
The cold touch of lingering death!
Easy. Way to go. Fight. Keep running. Holy
Foul
crap.
creatures, cut them down.
What? Holy crap, what the? That is insane. whole shadow. That's pretty nice.
For Elsweyr! For the main!
Ew, flesh. That is nasty. Something I can't handle though. Ugh, that is easier than I thought. Meat. Yes.
Our enemy awaits, Five Claw! Destroy the necromancer!
No more excuses. No more delays. Double your output or your reanimated body will march at the head of 𝕮𝖆𝖓𝖆's forces.
Oh, this guy.
Flesh from your bones! A cage of bones for your soul!
Oh, you can do it.
Cannot be broken!
We did it! The necromancer has fallen!
Ha ha ha.
Enough, little insects. You dare challenge 𝕻𝖓𝖓?
Dragonfire, move!
Oh no 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 no. Wow.
螺旋点会松。你倒是去为我学一样东西。所以你。
morsel. 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎 would talk to you.
Oh my god, that is scary. Oh, it's scary.
Look upon 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎 in despair, morsel. You have no chance against me, no chance at all. But 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎 can be merciful. Come, let us talk. 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎 wants you to understand the challenge before you. Our puppet, 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎, commands a legion of soldiers, an army of necromancers, and a horde of undead. Add my dragon brothers, and the hopelessness of your cause becomes obvious.
That's where we summon the Dragonborn.
You and 𝕻𝖓𝖓 are insignificant. But even an infinitesimal flea can irritate after it crawls beneath the scales. I offer you one last chance to survive. If you and the battle mage leave Elsweyr, my brothers and I will not hunt you down. Then you will die, but not before we slaughter your friends and set fire to Elsweyr. Once we reduce this land to so much ash, only then will I tear you apart. So promises 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎, whose claws have dealt 1,000 deaths.
So I guess I can flee or fight. You gonna fight?
Leave Elsweyr, little morsel. Tell the battle mage, if I see you again, you will die.
Fiveclaw, are you all right? I heard what the dragon said. Perhaps my confidence was a bit misplaced. That creature was much bigger than it appeared when it flew over the camp. I never jump without first knowing where my feet will land. Also, I have very sharp claws. We lost so many today. The dragon, that 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎, it has much to answer for. We defeated the necromancer and shut down one of their undead foundries. We need you and Tarn, despite my dislike of the man. But what the dragon intimated about 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎, it called her its puppet. I fear the dragons control the Rimmen throne now. Yes, you must do that. I will join you after I take care of the remains of my soldiers. They died bravely and deserve to receive the proper sacraments. Go to Riverhold. I will see you there.
Man, I'm not about to walk all the way back.
If we've had this conversation already, then I wanted to thank you for the useful advice. But if I haven't seen you since our talk at that mysterious gravestone, which seems much more likely, then I could really use your help. Did I mention the dreams? Visions, really? They come and go without warning, like seeing through someone else's eyes. Quite disconcerting in an interesting sort of way. Anyway, My trusty shovel and I, we searched that entire grave, and it was gone.
I wonder if the necromancer can control him.
The betrayer's head, the dreams, visions, they drew me there, but someone got to it before I did. I have the strangest sensation in the pit of my tummy. It could be the cobweb porridge I had for breakfast, or something bad is about to happen.
Possible it's the necromancer or somebody messing around.
Well, that's sort of like leaping from the cliffs of failure without a rope, or at least without tying the end off first. I can't tell you how many times I've made that mistake. Oh, Abner wants to see you. He's in the town hall with the Cat's General.
Shut up, pumpkin. This guy.
At this point, we need to come up with a plan that takes into account Euraxians, necromancers, and dragons. I proposed a few options, but 𝕮𝖆𝖓 wasn't sold on any of them. Tell me, what of 𝐼𝑒𝑅A and the source of the undead? You paint a troubling picture, my friend. Still, we need to celebrate every victory we achieve. I fear such triumphs will be few and far between. Do you have anything else to report? My half-sister likes to think that she's in charge. She won't take kindly to being called a puppet. As for leaving Elsweyr, I think not. Obviously, this 𝕻𝖆𝖓 fears us. Otherwise, the dragon wouldn't have deigned to talk to you. Every conversation I have with Cadwell makes my head throb, but one mystery at a time, if you please. Now, if only I could get my half-sister to listen to reason and see that the dragons are using her. A parley? I may not like her, but we are family. Besides, it would give the 𝕮𝖆𝖓 time to regroup. You're beginning to think like a 𝕮𝖨, my friend. Here, take this. 𝕮𝖆𝖓 gave it to me, but I refuse to accept payment for my services.
Oh man, this is really nice. Grants 1.4k shield damage. When you gain ultimate, you have 15% chance to gain one additional. Wow.
A parley with Euraxia is a capital idea. I'll send word to Rimmen to expect us. I imagine my half-sister will treat us as befits my station and agree to the meeting. Attend to any other matters if you must, then see me when you're ready to leave. It just so happens I already have one. It involves distracting my half-sister with wit, charm, and words she barely comprehends. Oh, and you. Euraxia never could resist a pretty face. You'll pretend to be my bodyguard and personal valet.
Oh, thank you. I'm blushing.
Consider it obfuscation to hide your true purpose. We don't want to give Euraxia a reason to react poorly to overtures of reconciliation. Not that I expect to reach an accord, but still. Meet me in Rimmen and we'll enter the palace. Go on, go on. I'm capable of traveling to Rimmen on my own. We'll meet up at the city gates and go to the palace from there. I'm relatively certain Euraxia will honor the parley, but be prepared for anything. She's still a 𝕮𝖨, after all. We're not very close, in case I haven't made that abundantly clear. Euraxia is an accomplished mage in her own right. My younger sibling has always been ambitious, but I didn't realize the extent of her aspirations until the Frostfall coup. About 6 years ago or so, while Emperor Varen was busy with his rebellion, Euraxia took advantage of the confusion to lead a column of Nibonese mercenaries into northern Elsweyr. She declared herself Queen of Rimmen and its adjacent fiefs. Of course not. The 𝕮𝖆𝖓 called her the usurper queen, remember? Once Varen became emperor, he had other problems to worry about. Same with Queen Irene. As long as the Alliance War occupies her forces, the 𝕮𝖆𝖓 are on their own out here.
Okay. See.
This one hates the idea of talking to the usurper queen. We should be stabbing her in the neck. Still, 𝕻𝖎𝖓 sees the necessity, even if she doesn't like it. 𝕮𝖓𝖒𝖎 will almost certainly betray you, so be careful when you face her, yes? By marching into Elsweyr with a mercenary army and slaughtering our rightful 𝕮𝖍𝖎 rulers. Not only did the usurper slay our king and queen, she murdered the rest of the royal family. Her crimes, they swarm around her like flesh flies on dung.
A parley with the usurper queen. I doubt she'll agree to any sort of diplomatic solution. But it will buy us time to replenish our resources. Very well. Take Tharn and meet with 𝕮𝖓𝖒𝖎. In the meantime, we will rebuild what remains of the militia. She marched into Anaquina with a mercenary army and conquered Rimmen. Her forces killed the royal family, and she illegally proclaimed herself queen. That makes her a usurper. I pray I live to see her pay for her crimes.
Man, this guy has a more comfortable world than the other person.
I expected sorrow and despair, but the situation here goes beyond even my prophetic inkling. On the surface, yes. But peace through tyranny provides false harmony. 𝕮𝖓𝖒𝖎 uses fear and threats of violence to keep the 𝕮𝖍𝖎 in line, making them second-class citizens in their own province. It appalls me to think 𝕮𝖓𝖒𝖎 and I are related. It would be better if I showed you. Follow me and I'll demonstrate the true depths of my half-sister's villainy. Her grip on Rimmen is far tighter than it appears. Very well. But what I'm about to show you isn't for the faint of heart. Follow me.
Oh god. I'm not ready.
Have you ever visited a Rimmen workhouse? They treat the 𝕮𝖍𝖎 workers worse than slaves.
Oh god.
It's that building over there. For most of Rimmen's 𝕮𝖍𝖎, it's the only job available to them. The workhouse serves to snare the poor and the destitute, those who fall behind on their debts. They come here to find employment and earn a decent wage, but the costs deducted to pay for room and board leave them worse off than they were before. One of the first things 𝕮𝖓𝖒𝖎 did after declaring herself queen was to institute tariffs and fines that apply only to 𝕮𝖍𝖎 citizens. No one else needs the workhouse. A cruel tactic, but effective.
That is messed up. Very cruel.
The Rimmen 𝕮𝖍𝖎? No. Any complaints incur fines for causing a public disturbance or some other inane ordinance.
Oh, wow.
No one wants to risk falling even further into debt. It's ingenious. Monstrous, but ingenious.
Worse than slavery.
Oh, 𝕮𝖓𝖒𝖎 is clever. She pays the 𝕮𝖍𝖎, and the workhouse isn't technically a prison. On the surface, it appears to be a place that helps society's unfortunates, but underneath, it's slavery without any of the uncomfort.
Oh.
Now, let's visit the Rimmen marketplace.
This woman is cruel.
Take a look around. Business seems to be thriving, but appearances can be deceiving. It may be hard to see, but the 𝕮𝖍𝖎 merchants struggle to keep their stalls open, while the less bestial business people rake in the profits. 𝕮𝖓𝖒𝖎 would have you believe it's a matter of work ethic, but we know better. Unfairly doesn't begin to cover it. 𝕮𝖍𝖎 merchants must deal with high tariffs, extra inspection fees, costly licenses. 𝕮𝖓𝖒𝖎's squeezing them for every piece of gold imaginable. She even instituted a fur tax.
Fur tax? What the?
On the surface, it seems reasonable to make 𝕮𝖍𝖎 pay for extra inspections to ensure their fur isn't getting into the products they sell. And while they do shed, it's just another way to discriminate against the rightful citizens of this land.
Dude. That is messed up.
Come along. I want to show you the improvements 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎𝖈 made to the palace walls.
Oh, good. I think I don't want to know anymore. It's getting worse and worse. How worse could it be? Man, these are some nice buildings.
See the trebuchets? Notice how they're aimed into the city below.
Oh. Whoa.
See how the siege weapons sit upon the walls? When it comes right down to it, you're looking at the secret of my half-sister's success. How else do you think 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎𝖈 maintains order and keeps the Elsweyr defense force at bay? She declared publicly and has repeated often that any attempt to liberate Rimmen will see her unleash the full fury of the siege weapons upon the city. If 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎 can't have Rimmen, then neither can anyone else. She'd destroy the city in a heartbeat if she thought she was in danger of losing control. Of course, she tells her non-bestial subjects that only the 𝕮𝖍𝖆 districts are targeted.
Of course.
Absolutely not. But the lie makes her supporters feel better. The 𝕮𝖍𝖆 know that even a peaceful protest could result in the destruction of Rimmen. So far, no one has dared to challenge 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎's will in this matter, and for good reason.
I'm surprised no one has assassinated her.
When we get to the palace, let me do the talking. As the Elder Tharn, I'll demonstrate my dominance over 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎 and negotiate a cessation of hostilities.
Man, these are some really beautiful buildings. Reminds me like the Mayans. Whoa. That is really cool. Whoa.
Here come Queen 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎's guests now.
I don't like the looks of these meddlers. I say we feed them to the dragons and be done with it.
What the? What a floating head. First, let's look around. Oh man, some really nice looking hallway. Whoa. It's like Persia. Cool. Hell is floating freaking Cadwell the Betrayer?
I know you. I saw you through the soul shriven's eyes. You were with the fool who thinks himself the shining knight of Tirad. If only he knew what a monster I was. The horrors of Cold Harbor pale before my heinous deeds.
What the?
I am my own head, yes. I am the hero of Tirad and the villain of Elsweyr, the champion of the third �'ઢic massacre and the dark knight they call the Betrayer.
Yeah. Oh, what's going on here?
Of course not. I am the genuine article, much more real than a disembodied soul given shape in the flesh cauldrons of oblivion. But why do you presume to talk to me? I have killed greater beings than you for much, much less.
What the?
Came to that conclusion by yourself, did you? That's what they called me. It has a certain ring to it, but I always preferred my more grandiose titles. Champion, Slayer, Dark Knight. When I am made whole, the cats will pay for what they did to me.
Wow, so he's actually evil in real life. That's just crazy. And here's Zuma.
So you're 𝕻𝖓𝖓𝖉𝖆's bodyguard and valet. Not what I expected. I assume you want to follow your master into the Queen's inner sanctum, huh? I'll allow it. But first, I want to gauge the measure of your marrow. I am Queen 𝕻𝖓𝖎𝖎𝖔𝖐𝖆 chief necromancer. You may call me 𝕻𝖆𝖓𝖉𝖆. The other grave callers answer to me. And this is my familiar and confidant, Sir Cadwell the Betrayer. Ah, yes. The Betrayer saw you when it looked through the soul-shriven's eyes. The creature you know is a pale shadow of the dark night that once walked these lands. I exhumed his remains and reanimated him. Well, his head, it was all I could find.
So, oh, wow. So I guess the Oblivion or Soul-Shriven kind of messed up his soul and changed him to a new, huh?
My actions don't concern you. I just wanted to meet 𝕻𝖓𝖓𝖈𝖆's lackey and determine if Queen 𝕻𝖓𝖓𝖎 had anything to fear. The answer is quite clear. Your insignificance rivals that of the soul-shriven fool, which makes you eminently forgettable.
Now about the rest of my body, O pestilent one.
Your insults won't hasten the process, betrayer.
But there's a terrible draft in what used to be my nether regions. If Queen 𝕻𝖓𝖎𝖎 has you beheaded, do you mind if I lay claim to your body?
No.
It's not quite up to my usual standards, but any dagger in the spleen, wouldn't you agree?
Hell no. What?
Presenting Abner Tharn, Grand Chancellor and Overlord of Nibene, Imperial Battle Mage of the Elder Council, and Patriarch of the Tharn Dynasty, and his bodyguard.
Ah, half-brother. Your arrival, it's so unexceptional.
Pretending to be a queen.
Hush, Abner, you bore me. Bodyguard, you look interesting. Come talk to me.
You heard her. Good luck.
My sources indicated that my half-brother's associate was somewhat taller. Oh well. Now, why in the world should I even consider negotiating with members of the losing side? A warning? How thoughtful. You do know that I defeated the 𝕮𝖆𝖎𝖏 army and took control of the Rimmen throne? I am no one's puppet, I assure you. But why do you suppose I have anything to do with dragons? Sweet talk? From an associate of my half-brother? I'm flattered. Shall we retire to the dungeons? We'll engage in the most interesting activities, you and I. You'll positively beg for mercy right up until the end, and then I'll give you to Foom.
Oh man, it's kinky as hell. You're no fool, you expect to break your word, but I'll break.
Do not attempt to sway me with your silver tongue. Mulamnir and I have a special relationship, an understanding. The dragons will secure my hold over Elsweyr, and there's nothing you or my pathetic half-brother can do to stop them. Enough! Zumog Foom, what news do you bring?
The desert wind adaptorium has fallen. We move against Riverhold on your word.
Then the word is given. Now, half-brother.
Treachery? How could I ever have anticipated this?
Guards, take them to the dungeons.
I think not.
Hey. The heck?
Well, I suppose that could have gone better.
Yeah.
I prepared for 𝕻𝖓𝖎𝖎𝖔𝖐's probable betrayal. Unfortunately, my teleport spell wasn't quite able to penetrate the palace wards, so we wound up down here, in the palace sewer. We heard two things of note. First, 𝕻𝖓𝖎𝖎𝖈 forces have invaded the Desert Wind Adeptorium for some insidious purpose. And second, my vile half-sister ordered an attack on Riverhold. One thing at a time, my companion, one thing at a time. I need to recover my strength after teleporting us into this skeever hole. I'll need your help to get out of here. Then we can deal with both Desert Wind and Riverhold.
Okay. Ice injured. Enough.
Well, that's an experience I won't be adding to my memoirs. We'll separate here. Make it harder for 𝕻𝖓𝖎𝖎𝖈's lackeys to follow us. Now. Things actually turned out better than I expected. We know that 𝕻𝖓𝖎𝖎 wants something from the Desert Wind Adeptorium, and we know she's about to launch a counter-strike against Riverhold. That's not exactly true. If my power wasn't depleted, well, let's not digress. I'll go to Riverhold and warn 𝕻𝖓𝖎𝖈. We'll make sure the city is ready for the attack. Meanwhile, you find out what's happening at the Desert Wind Adeptorium. Adeptoriums serve the same function as monasteries in other parts of Tamriel. Desert Wind and its adepts follow the order of 𝕻𝖓𝖎𝖎𝖕. It's west of here, on the northern lip of the scar. Look for a side entrance if the main door is blocked.
Seal the gates. Let no 𝕻𝖓𝖎𝖎𝖈 enter this holy place.
Invaders! This one will not allow you to enter this holy place. You do not look like one of the Usurper Queen's soldiers. Who are you, and what are you doing down here? The Speaker of the Main sent you? This one expected we were on our own, what with the dragons and the battles to the north. Zamorak came down here to seal this spot, but now he thinks the Uraxians seek the Grand Adept. Desert Wind holds many Khajiit secrets, and the keeper of those secrets is the Grand Adept. If you truly want to help, follow Zamorak to the Grand Adept's chambers. Nine Winds, no! Get to the door! Go! Save the Grand Ad... Go! This one will find another way inside.
Man, I gotta be the tough guy.
You're too late. The Grand Adept revealed all before I killed her.
What's that?
None can deny 𝕮�ㄢ𝖒𝖎 or her champions. I will wipe out the entire order. You will fall like wheat before a blade. No, please. No!
Oh, what the...
Help me! Don't let 𝕮𝖆𝖓𝖆 take my soul! 𝕮𝖆𝖓𝖓! This is the necromancer's doing. Even in death, I continue to serve. He called it a blessing. Said it would protect me. Damn it! He claimed my soul! Please, you must help me. Release me from this curse!
You deserve it.
We came for an ancient secret, protected by the Grand Adept. She put up a good fight, I'll give her that. 𝕮𝖆𝖓𝖓 seeks the location of the betrayer's body parts. I learned where the dismembered corpse was hidden. Now, please, help me!
You are wrong. The secret belongs to me. What the battle mage knew in life, she whispers to me in death. Soon Riverhold will fall, and the betrayer will be restored.
Let the fourth wind open the way. Grand Adept! No! Zamorak has failed. This one was too slow. Again. What has happened here? Who killed the Grand Adept? Zamorak thanks you for avenging the Grand Adept. But why did they attack this peaceful adeptorium? Why kill a harmless old student of the Desert Winds? The Usurper Queen made a mistake when she had the Grand Adept killed. Whatever they came to find had an unintended consequence. It has roused the students of the Desert Winds. Zamorak pledges the adepts to 𝕮𝖆𝖓𝖉's cause. 𝕮𝖆𝖓𝖉𝖆 will fall. We are not many, but we are strong. The adepts of the Desert Wind will aid the city. Zamorak will see you there, after he makes sure the Grand Adept receives.
I informed 𝕮𝖆𝖓𝖉𝖆 and 𝕻𝖆𝖓𝖉 about what happened in Rimmen. They're mobilizing our remaining forces even as we speak. Now tell me, what did you learn at the Desert Wind Adeptorium? I often wondered who Cadwell was before he became a soul shriven. I know the tales of the betrayer, but I never equated the two. The Cadwell we know is so not that. We'll deal with 𝕻𝖆𝖓𝖉𝖆 after we save Riverhold. Anything else to report? Well, that's a bit of welcome news. Many of the adepts have remarkable martial skills that we could surely make use of. Speaking of which, are you ready to help defend the city? For now, recover your strength and prepare yourself. 𝕮𝖓𝖓𝖉𝖆's forces will arrive soon, and we'll need you ready for the battle to come. And here, take this. 𝕮𝖆𝖓𝖉𝖆 keeps handing me pouches, but I have little use for Khajiiti gold.
Man, this thing is very... Wow.
Multiple Cadwells, necromancers, dragons, and now 𝕮𝖓𝖓𝖉𝖆 soldiers marching on Riverhold. This day just keeps getting better and better. Regardless, there's much to do and not a lot of time to do it. Yes, but 𝕮𝖆𝖓𝖉𝖆's scouts report that they're on their way. Our parley seems to have aroused 𝕮𝖓𝖓𝖉𝖆's anger. What remains of Elsweyr's militia has taken up positions around town, but I fear they are too few in number. They need your help. 𝕮𝖆𝖓𝖉𝖆 has placed the defense of the city in 𝕻𝖆𝖓𝖃's hands. She moves the Desert Wind adepts, every volunteer she could muster, and what remains of the militia like pieces on a game board. Report to her, and she'll give you your orders. Find 𝕻𝖃 outside and see what she requires. 𝕮𝖓𝖓𝖃 soldiers will soon reach Riverhold. When that happens, all oblivion will break loose. You must have taken a more serious beating than I thought at Desert Wind. Oh, very well. After I inadvertently had some small part in releasing the dragons from the halls of Colossus, I came to Elsweyr to find a way to rectify the situation. So your memory isn't totally addled? Yes. But we discovered that the Khajiit had more to deal with than just the dragons. My half-sister, 𝕮𝖓𝖓𝖉𝖆, the usurper queen of Rimmen, has aligned with the great beasts and necromancers to conquer Elsweyr. Just that Cadwell, the gallant knight of Cold Harbor, seems to be involved. Well, his physical remains, anyway. 𝕻𝖆𝖓𝖉𝖆 seeks Cadwell the Betrayer's severed body parts in order to restore the evil knight. To what end? I have no idea.
I didn't realize that he's such an evil knight. I really like him.
According to Khajiiti legend, Cadwell the Betrayer was one of the heroes who helped 𝒃𝖒 imprison the dragons in the halls of Colossus. 𝕮𝖓𝖓𝖉𝖆 employs the necromancer 𝕻𝖆𝖓𝖉𝖆 and his cadre of dark mages. He reanimated Cadwell's head.
And how did he become evil? That's weird. Oh, with the guys of the... Yeah, he's a rather nice weapon. Nowhere.
I sent 𝕻𝖊𝖓 out to coordinate the city's defenses while Tharn and I continue to refine our strategy. Can we hold this city, or should we fall back? I hope the battle mage can pull a miracle out of his ear, but we cannot count on that. 𝕻𝖊𝖓 knows Riverhold and its people well. Her training has prepared her for this. She is more than capable of organizing our defenses and converting our strategies into actionable tactics. She is very good at getting things done. When 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎 first conquered our home, she occupied the entire upper tier of northern Elsweyr, from Riverhold to Rimmen. It took many years and much blood to retake the northwest and confine her to Rimmen. I have no doubt she will attack. It won't be easy, but our strategy is sound and 𝕻𝖊𝖓 excels at executing tactics. Between Captain Nalado's remaining warriors and the Desert Wind adepts you brought, we should have the forces we need, provided 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎 does not send a dragon.
We need your cart to help barricade the city, Grishka. The main will compensate you for any damage. I knew nothing good would come of Abner Tharn's efforts to make peace with the usurper queen. Now she turns her attention to Riverhold. We must protect the city, no matter what 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎 throws at us. So many have answered the call. Zamorak and the Desert Wind adepts, the people of Riverhold. Even that strange Cadwell. And now you, Fiveclaw. Excellent! I have things that need to be done, but not enough hands to do them. If you are willing. The outlying farms are vulnerable to attack. We need to get the farmers inside the walls before 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎's forces arrive. Go to Greenleaf Farm and convince Zazie to move her family. After that, I will send word as to what I need you to do next.
Wait, Walker. Zamorak will accompany you.
Oh, this spring attaches to the widget with the hook. Then put the fire salt in the tiny little nook. Sunlight, flowers, fresh air. How do you people tolerate this dreadful place?
That sure is cheerful than the other one.
This one would go with you to the Greenleaf Farm. The farmers there were kind when Zamorak passed that way on his return. He would help you convince them to find safety inside the town. Exile. Circumstances forced Zamorak to leave the land he loves. This one never imagined returning to Elsweyr, but here he is. Zamorak will help, though he prefers to utilize his healing skills over his martial abilities.
That's fine.
Zamorak understands, but that may be easier said than done. The last time this one used his martial skills, well, things did not go well. 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎s, here! We expected an attack from the east and south, but they've somehow encircled the town.
Get out, servant of the usurper queen, before this one close your eyes. Who are you to burst into our home without permission? Wait, this one recognizes the brawny adept standing behind you. What do you want with Zazie and her family? The 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎ans are already here. They seem to be searching for something, though so far they have left us alone. But this one's mate and brother, Kinaro and Hirsch, they are still in the fields. and we will not run while our family... You would do that? Thank you, Walker. Gennaro would try to hide, but my brother, Hirsch, can be hot-headed, and he hates the Euraxians. A lethal combination when faced with Euraxian steel. Please, hurry. This one's son plans to join the militia. 𝕮𝖆𝖎 would rather keep him safe, but children never appreciate the advice of their elders, yes? A few small caves lie to the west, in the hills. We use them for storage as they stay cool and dark, even on the hottest days.
I should be the one to search for father and uncle, not these outsiders.
Hey! You'll do no such thing!
Yeah, everyone choose you can do it anyway. Fire wolves shoot. Oh, you're gonna know.
Stay back! Go away! Haven't you done enough? 𝕮𝖆𝖎, is she safe? Thank John and Jode. Dark moons, what a disaster. The soldiers appeared and chased us out of the fields. Then they started digging. Hirsch threw a rock. They responded with an arrow. Now my mate's brother is dead. I heard one of the soldiers mention body parts. Such gruesome work. But no one is buried in our fields, at least as far as I know. Oh, Walker, I have no idea how 𝕮𝖆𝖎 will react to the news of Hirsch's death. Dark moons, indeed.
This one will say the words to guide Hirsch to the sands behind the stars.
Thank you, Adept. I'll go and break the sad news to 𝕮𝖆𝖎. We all grieve for Hirsch, Miniza.
This one's brother now walks the endless sands behind the stars. 𝕮𝖆𝖎's sorrow is only eclipsed by the hatred she feels towards the Euraxians. This one's brother would want us to stay here and defend our farm. 𝕮𝖆𝖎 would be a poor sister and a poorer matriarch of this family if she tucked her tail between her legs and slunk away. But... damn you, Walker! We can't even spare a moment to take care of Hirsch's remains? No. The living are more important than the dead. We will go into the city. However, if this one gets killed anyway, she promises to haunt you.
Ah, 5 Crow. Good. I have another task for you. I hoped to catch you before you were done here. I need you to head west. 𝕻𝖎𝖎𝖈's scouts identified a number of 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎𝖑 supply camps set up near the mountains. I want you to help 𝕻𝖎𝖎𝖎 and her soldiers disrupt the 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎 supply lines. These western camps support the soldiers that encircle the city. Find the camps, startle their horses, and set fire to their wagons. 𝕻𝖎𝖎𝖎's soldiers will grab whatever supplies they can, but your goal is to inflict mayhem and destruction. Once you scare off the horses and set fire to the wagons, that will be the signal for 𝕻𝖎𝖎𝖎's soldiers to grab the supplies. And if any of the 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎ans complain, feel free to deal with them however you see fit. 𝕻𝖎𝖎𝖈 𝕻𝖆! He wants to resurrect the betrayer from the ancient tales of Kunzari. Ever since 𝕻𝖓𝖓 made the moon singers recall those legends, we have been haunted by them. But that is the next problem. Do some damage, Five Claw.
Sleek and light. Grab what you can. If those dungheads had proper tails, what we did to their supply camps would put a kink in them. One more small task, Five Claw, if you are willing. This one would have you help the strange one named Cadwell. Cadwell was adamant about helping our cause. He's been tinkering with bits and scraps, claims he's made traps to slow down the 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎𝖎ans. If you would, help the strange one set his traps where the 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎ans are sure to spring them. Cadwell works along the main road that heads south out of Riverhold. Make sure he doesn't blow himself to bits, yes? Now, 𝕻𝖎𝖎𝖎 must return to the city before the 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎ans arrive in force. This one wants to be there when the battle truly begins.
Ooh, we're gonna help the good Cadwell. Nice. hard to tell when they're talking about Cadwell because there's two Cadwell. I'm sure this will be very funny. Oh, yep, there's the trap.
So good to see you again. I missed you terribly. Now, mind where you step. I had no idea I could make such delightful murder toys. You don't want to stick a toe into any of them, though. Blew my little piggy right off. I can play a lute. Magnificent swordplay, my speciality. Can even make a delicious 𝕮𝖆𝖓𝖆 But these doodads that go kaboom just popped into my head while thinking about how to help the catfolk. I quite like the catfolk. Wouldn't that be remarkable? Decide you need to know something and it just occurs to you in a flash of inspiration. Chocolate souffle. No, it didn't work. More likely, it's something I knew before they chopped my head off and scrambled my memories.
Yeah.
Took it right off the old body, yes. Not that I recall details. Probably better that way. Anywho, you can help me arm the last few traps along the road. Just twiddle the spring and tweak the fiddly bit. Carefully. Watch. I'll show you. Okay. To arm a trap, just twiddle this bit like so, and... Oh dear. I'm fine. I twiddled when I should have tweaked. Just a wee bit scorched, that's all. Oh my, it's happening again. Well, that's an evil-looking orc. A necromancer, I do believe. I recognize that tree. They're on their way to Riverhold. That's not good. Not good at all.
So we have a telepathic link to his old self. That's good. That's good. You can use that to spy. You can use it to spy.
I have enough trouble seeing through my own eyes, let alone someone else's. I hope this doesn't become a regular occurrence. The betrayer's head. I'm not sure why we're connected or why it insists on showing me the most disturbing images. I saw an orc necromancer, dreadful chap. He's coming to Riverhold and he's bringing his nasty undead chums with him. Rubbish and poppycock, that makes no sense. What's the... Wait, I remember something. The betrayer. Those loon priests called me that, right before they... Well, we need to warn the cat people. The necromancer is coming and he's bringing undead.
Yeah, let's go, let's do this.
Riverhold with cats so bold. I'll see you there if truth be told.
Holy crap, this trap actually worked. That's scary.
Over here, 5 Club. Let us talk.
They're definitely on their way.
We must get inside and prepare to defend the town. 𝕮𝖆𝖓𝖆's forces are under... We must get inside. More undead. Just like at the defense force outpost. Regular troops are bad enough, but shambling corpses. They unsettle even the most seasoned 𝕮𝖆𝖓𝖆 warrior. We need to warn 𝕮𝖆𝖓𝖉. Almost. I wish we had another day and another pride of warriors. But our claws are sharp. Finish your business. Then tell me when you are ready. We will enter the town, clear the streets, and set the final defenses before we report to 𝕻𝖎𝖓𝖉.
Oh, this is gonna be the final stand.
Speaker, we have news.
Report, 𝕻𝖎𝖓.
The 𝕻𝖓𝖒xians have necromancers in their ranks.
The usurper queen dares send undead against us? Five Claw, find Captain 𝕻𝖎𝖓𝖉 and warn her.
Ooh. Ouch. Look at this battlefield. Even...
Strike hard! Drive back the 𝕻𝖓𝖒xians! Five Claw, did the speaker send orders?
Riverhold belongs to Queen 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎, cats!
Grave-robbing cur!
Every death is just a new recruit for 𝕻𝖓𝖒𝖎's army!
What the? This guy is insane.
This one hates killing the same fools again and again! This one must warn people.
The necromancer's spell will animate every corpse in town. But this one has an idea. Meet Zamorak at the temple, and maybe we can disrupt the spell.
Okay. They're saying using some kind of godly magic or heavenly magic, holy magic. Purify moons, of course.
Riverhold's blessed moon pillars. They can cleanse the necromantic curse. This one must be at peace to memorize the inscription.
Okay.
They spilled blood in this sacred place.
Oh my god. Stop moving so fast!
Come, let us find the blessed pillar of the spring moon.
Alright. Let me get these books first. We'll get something, some XP. And then where'd he go?
As long as the necromantic spell remains in place, the dead will keep rising.
And that's why we're here. I'm guessing that's the spring of life, eternal life.
Deal with the undead while Zamorak recites the prayer. Vakri Dashin.
Alright, that go with me. Ooh. Big. Oh my god, this guy's strong.
sanctified the ground. Let us proceed to the summer moon.
Okay.
Deal with the undead while this one activates the pillar of the summer moon. 𝕮𝖆𝖓𝖆𝖔𝖙𝖎𝖈.
Holy crap, that thing is a killer, man. I can't move. Kite. Oh god, not this guy.
One more. The pillar of the winter moon.
That was
Near
close.
𝕮𝖆𝖓𝖆.
I got you, bro. I got you. Take a rest. Where is this thing at?
𝕮𝖆𝖓𝖆. The moon pillars are activated. Riverhold is sanctified.
It's working. The dead are dead again.
Wait. Something is coming.
Dark moons! Dragons!
Are you serious?
We can't fight dragons!
Oh.
This one will order the retreat.
Such pathetic creatures. Flee before 𝕮𝖊𝖏, you insignificant morsels!
No. Riverhold belongs to the 𝕮𝖎𝖏.
Chimera, consider your next words very carefully.
Now I'll speak the words my people need to hear. We are 𝕮𝖎𝖏. We are the children of Alkosh, the daughters and sons of Joan and Jode. We do not run, even from dragons.
Bolokdan, prove your worth. Destroy these paltry insects.
Stand with me, people of Nequina, for I am Chimera, daughter of King Hemacar. I am your queen. Now, Five Claw! Use the ballista and drive the dragon to the ground!
Okay. Fire. Attack! I'm not a dragon.
Banoktar will crush you.
I'm not a dragonborn. Oish. I am not a dragonborn. Okay, here we go, let's try again. I'm not a dragonborn, but... Oh, you're good! How do I beat this thing? Okay, I'm gonna try again.
Yes, you hit the dragon. I'd be more impressed if you had killed it with a bolt through the head or heart, but still.
Damn it. That's what I should have done. Oh, so fucking great. Yeah, let's try again. Oh, he's almost dead. Ooh, okay.
Well fought! We have shown that our ship will not run, not even from a dragon!
All hail 𝕻𝖆𝖓, daughter of King Temakar and Queen Numara!
Soon, Rimmen and all of 𝕻𝖓𝖓 once again belong to us.
𝕻𝖆𝖓𝖉𝆉